Alright guys, this is first video of many, as I hope, to document my first ever Ducati motorcycle road trip. That's right. I will be taking a 4-day trip across Brazil to a city called Ouro, Preto in Minas Gerais. It's an old colonial city, kind of historic. Lots of really beautiful museums out there and lots of really old architectural buildings, churches and so forth. So I am looking forward to this. As a history buff, I love kind of like exploring these really historic places of Brazil. So today is December 25th, 2015, and I will be taking a 4-day trip where I estimate about an 8 to 9 hour drive from where I am to the city, and so it's going to be a long ride, and I've got a lot of things packed and I got a lot of things kind of prepared for today, and I figured what I'll do is I'll show you guys what I have prepared for my trip. So I mean, I learned a lot of these things online. This is my first ever trip, so I can't really say that I'm an expert. You know, obviously this is a beginner packing and preparing, but I've kind of learned everything watching YouTube videos and looking at some tips online. So I figured I'll run through some of the things that I'm going to be preparing for, and obviously it's not going to be totally comprehensive. There's a limitation to what I can put on my bike, but I'm kind of trying to preparing for the worst, you know, and trying to get everything I can, including all the fun stuff that I like to use, including my technology stuff. So let me go ahead and run through what I got going on here, okay? So here I got nourishments, obviously, so some good sugar nourishments, and I got some natural nourishments as well, bananas and apples. Got my trusty Alpine Star gloves. I really like these gloves, especially that they allow me to touch my cell phone. There's a way that I can touch my cell phone with these gloves. It's great. Got my fanny pack. Obviously this is going to be very handy, I guess, when I have to reach for things, especially when I go through tolls. There's going to be a lot of tolls along my road, and I'll have to pay with cash, so I'll probably have my cash kind of stored here and in here, as well as my IDs. So I'm figuring I'm going to use my fanny pack for things that I'm going to just need to get out, as quickly as possible without kind of taking out my entire gear. Got a couple of backup batteries. These are really nice batteries from Anchor, USB ports, and these guys are really nice. I'm sure these are going to come in really handy with my cell phone and all my other technology gears that I got going on, just as a backup. I've got a cramp buster. These things are fantastic. I've done these. I use them quite a bit on my day trips. They fit on your throttle, and then they allow you to just rest your wrist on it without kind of using all of your muscle tensions here, so it kind of reduces that muscle tension there. And so this is kind of a poor man's way of doing a cruise control on your motorcycle. I've got my keys, so I got my standard key for Ducati, and I got a spare key which I'm going to keep probably in my fanny pack or somewhere safe. Got my sunglasses, so when I stop and I want to kind of look at my scenic routes. This is the summer here in Brazil, so it's nice and hot and sunny, so I've got to have my sunglasses. Got my cleaning gear here for my sunglasses as well as for my visors. I got a couple of visors. I got the dark one for day rides. As I said, it's summer out here, so these are perfect for the summer rides. And I've got my my night ride visors. So I'm going to be carrying both of these guys, and I'll show you how I'm going to carry these with my new backpack that I just got. This is called the neck brace, so these are actually kind of nice for protecting your neck as you ride. Here in Brazil, it's kind of interesting. There's a lot of kids who like to fly kites near the highways. I don't know why they like to do it near the highways, but they like to do this in the highways, and what they're doing with the kites is they like to play games with each other, so they play what's called kite fighting, and they'll try to get one kite, try to attack another kite and try to rip it off and whatever. So that's how they kind of play out in the road. And the thing is, the way that they use these fighting techniques is that they would add glue on the strings, and they'll put glasses on it, broken glasses on it, so they can cut the opponent's wires. Well, that's nice and all, and it's a great strategy for them, but it's a big problem for motorcycle riders. And so what happens is a lot of times these kites will fall across the highway, and the wires would strip across the highway. And if you don't have one of these bad boys, you can really do some major damage with your neck, because it's really hard to see these wires as you're riding your bike. So I'm going to have this thing kind of protecting me along the road. Okay, I've got my shower gear, my other kind of bathroom kind of stuff, my deodorant, shampoo, and toothbrush, and so forth. It's kind of important. Got kind of a first aid kit, gauze and alcohol, rubbing alcohol, antiseptic, lotion, Band-Aids. So just kind of the whole works here, and then a clear plastic bag. Got my earplugs. These are going to be coming really in handy, I'm sure, when I ride through the countrysides, and there's going to be a lot of wind as I ride through that. So I'm going to keep these things on most of the time. I've got eye drops. So these are kind of hydration for your eyes. Figured this would be kind of useful for me. I read it online that these are kind of handy, so I figured I'd get one of these. Off, obviously, when I stop, or wherever I'm going to be in Ouro, Preto, or Belo Horizonte, there's going to be a lot of mosquitoes, so I want to make sure I get these suckers off of me. And especially with the new epidemic that's going on here in Brazil with the Zika virus, this is going to be really important to have, so I'm going to be carrying that. My gear, my technology gears are kind of laid out here. I've got a GoPro chest mount, which I can probably use on my bike. I've got a head strap for my GoPro. I've got a floaty thing for my GoPro, so it kind of floats, and then in case I want to get into the water, there's a couple places that I'm going to be hopefully stopping by near some rivers and some lakes, and I'm going to take a look at those places. Got a waterproof case for my cell phone. I've got my GoPro stick. I've got a little mini tripod mount. This is kind of going to be useful for my cell phone when I want to take selfie photos. What else? I got my watch with the compass on it. A couple of GoPro cases. I got one here, especially with my RAM mount ball, so I can put this on my bike. I've got a microphone here that I can use so I can document some of the things that I'm going to be hopefully experiencing. An extra USB with an SD card, chargers. Got a couple of GoPro mounts I'm going to put on my bike. Got a suction bracket here for my GoPro. And I've got my cigarette charger that's connected to my battery. I'm going to have that one, obviously. I have my trusty anti-radar. This is going to be very useful, I'm sure, especially on a road that I'm not very familiar with, and I don't want to get any freaking tickets, so I've got that thing here. And it comes with the charger that connects to this, as you probably have already seen in some of my videos. And this one here would be the USB one that I'm going to connect to this part, that then will connect to my cell phone. Got some zip ties and some jumper cables, bungee cords. These are going to be very useful, I'm sure. That's what a lot of the highly recommended things to get, are some extra zip ties. You never know what's going to happen. I guess they're kind of assuming in case something drops on your bike, and you need to just kind of mesh it together so you can get to the gas station, I guess, whatever. So I guess, yeah, I got that. I got also some duct tape here. That was also highly recommended. And I got a flashlight. It's an LED flashlight. I'm sure this is going to also come in very useful. I also have my binoculars. These are going to be very nice. As I said, I'm going to be going on a scenic road trip, so these are going to be very useful to have. So that's kind of my fun gear. I have here a GV raincoat and rain pants. So these things slip right over your protective gear, your jacket and your pants, and I'll show you that later. These are really nice. I really like them. I tried them on at the store, and fantastic. All right, so that's kind of all the stuff that I'm going to be carrying. Let me show you my gears, and then I'll show you my bag. So I'll be taking my slippers. This would be kind of useful when I want to go to a restaurant or just get something to eat, or maybe go through the water. Got my tennis shoes, and I got my boots. These are my Alpine Star boots. I'm gonna definitely use these things for my ride, protect my feet. Got my Alpine pants. These are the typical mesh gear pants. They're ventilated very nicely, so it's gonna definitely cool me down as I'm riding. As I said, we're in the summer, so it's gonna be super hot out here on the ride. These are really, really good pants. I love these pants. I use them all the time. And I've got my Dainese jacket, my leather jacket. This is really nice. It's perforated, and it will definitely keep me cool during the ride, especially during this time. It's freaking hot here, guys. It is hot and humid. So this is going to be very useful to have. Okay, well, I've got 4 pairs of socks, undies, and got another dry fit shirt that I'm going to use on my way back. I got another one that's underneath that one. Got shorts, and I'm going to be wearing these shorts here. And I got collared shirt, my Ducati collared shirt, and then a t-shirt. So I said I'm going to be traveling for 4 days, so it'll be just 2 days of sightseeing. So I figured this would be enough for that. Okay, so that's kind of all the things that I'm going to be carrying with me. As you can see, that's my doggy. Hey, Juno. Come here, Juno. Come here, baby. How are you? So this guy's going to go to the hotel tomorrow morning. All right, good. Okay, so let's see what we got going on over here in terms of the bags I'm going to be using. So I got here a Ogio. I don't know if I can pronounce it correctly. I think it's called an Ogio backpack. This thing is freaking badass. Let me just kind of lay it down here so I can show you. So here it is. It didn't come with these stickers. Obviously, I put these stickers on, and I put the Ducati here on it. But it is a beautiful, comfortable, I mean, this is really a freaking comfortable ass motorcycle backpack. It's got a hard shell, as you can see, and it's nicely aerodynamic, especially on my bike, where I'm going to be leaning forward. So this thing kind of just sits really nice on my back, and it's got that beautiful kind of aerodynamic feel to it. And I'll show you here. This is what it looks like in the back. It's got some really nice cushion here. It's got a storage compartment there. It's extensible, so I can open this up and I can extend it to a little bit to get more room if I needed it. And it comes with, well, it doesn't come with it. I had to buy this, so I put in a 2-liter water bag. And it does come with a slit here so that I can run this out. And this is, I'm sure, going to be kind of absolutely useful for my 9-hour road trip. Be able to drink some water. And I'll be putting my laptop in here. And you can see there's a nice compartment in here. Good space. And this is really the cool part here. This is where you can put your extra visor. So I'll be putting my night visors in here, protected. And it's got holders for your shoes, so I'll be putting my tennis shoes in here so that it doesn't flop around while I'm riding it. And I got some space in here for my clothes. So I'll be putting my clothes in here, my shoes, my visor, my computer. So that's what's going to go in here. And as I said, this is super, super comfortable. I highly recommend it, you guys. You see here, this is the chest bracket. It also comes with a chest strap. It also comes with a helmet leash. This is really cool. I mean, this is just ingenious. So, I find this thing very, very useful. When I was on one of my road trips, I took my helmet off and just strapped it onto this, and it just nicely hung on the side of my backpack here. The other cool thing is it comes with this open strap here. So like if you have your jacket on and they're really bulky and you can't get this thing over your arm, you can just open this up and then put your arm around it and then lock it up. I mean, the guys who engineered this are fundamental. High quality stuff, guys. High quality. I highly recommend this for anyone. Okay, so that's what I'll be using to put all of my clothes and my extra visors and maybe some of my toiletries. Okay, then I've got my new Toto Moto tank bag. and got this for Christmas basically. Got it yesterday, and it comes with. It's not like designed for the Ducati. It is an Italian brand, but it's kind of a universal tank bag. I couldn't get the Ducati one; they just didn't have it here in Brazil, so I was kind of left with this. But this is kind of nice. It really looks and feels really well on my bike. I've already ridden it with it, and it feels really nice. But let me just show you what it has. So it's an 18-liter bag compartment, and as you can see, it's got a cover, a raincoat cover, so in case it rains, this is nice and perfect. So here I'm thinking about putting all of this in here. And then they've got side packs. This is definitely going to be useful, I'm sure, for probably put some of my technology stuff in here, and just easy access kind of stuff. I'll use that for that. And it also comes with a clear cover here. I guess this is like if you want to put a map here, printed map. I think I might be printing the map just in case my phone for any reason burns out or something. I don't think it would. It's a Nexus 6P. It's a brand new phone, but you never know. So I have a printed map just in case, and it was cool because this actually allows me to touch my phone too. So in case I did have my phone sitting in here for any reason, I can also use this, and it's touchable. All right, so this is kind of nice and cool, but the real cool thing about this thing is that, so here, let me show you the back of this. So this thing kind of opens up. It's a nice leather cover here, so it won't scratch your tank. So this is going to sit right on top of my tank. Obviously, it's got some magnets here, but obviously the Ducati Monster doesn't have any metal parts. It's all kind of plasticky parts, so it won't really stick on it. But what I will be doing is I'll be using these guys here. I've got 4 straps, and I'll just strap them down. So I'll show you guys this tomorrow when I set it up. Now, so that's the cool thing. But the coolest part to all this is that it can detach from the base, and this becomes a little backpack. So I'm not going to do it because I don't want to unlock it right now. But there is another zipper here that if I wrap it, unzip it, this thing comes out, and it's basically a full-on backpack. It's got the 2 straps on it, nice cushion on the back. So I kind of see this as being a very useful tank bag for my road trip. So when I'm stopped at a gas station, or if I want to get something to eat, I've got my backpack over there, and then I can just unlock this guy and then take this with me. So I have those 2 security things with me at all times. The only downside to this that I think will be a big problem for me, it might be kind of a bit of an inconvenience, but it's what I got to deal with, is since it'll be sitting right on top of my tank, and it's going to obviously block the gas tank cover. I'll have to, each time I get to the gas station, I'll have to unstrap these, flip this over, put in the gas, and then spend a couple of minutes to strap these guys back down. So I'm sure after this 4-day road trip, I'll be an expert at strapping this bad boy down, but it's going to be a bit of an inconvenience in the beginning, but whatever. It's going to be worth it to carry all those goodies. All right, man. So that is it. This is day 0 of my 4-day road trip to Ouro, Preto. Hope you guys enjoy it. And subscribe, obviously, and I will be posting all my videos over the next 4 days, hopefully. If not in the next 4 days, at least when I get back. All right, peace, guys. See ya.